I watched her fingers curl around the pen, her polished nails glinting under the dealership lights, as she scrawled her name across the final line of the paperwork. The smirk that followed was brief, barely a flicker of lips, but I caught it. It wasn't the proud, excited smile of someone about to drive their dream car.
Well,
It was sharper than that, calculated, like a cat finally trapping a mouse. "Thanks, babe," Rachel said lightly, tossing the pen onto the desk as if this was just another afternoon. "Now I don't need you anymore." She laughed right after, one of those half-laughs that people use when they're pretending they're joking but aren't really. I froze, keys still dangling from my fingers. "What's that supposed to mean?" I asked, my voice low enough that the salesman didn't catch it. Rachel's gaze flicked toward me, quick as a spark. "Relax, Daniel. It's just a joke." She grabbed the folder and handed it back to the man in the crisp suit. "He's too serious about everything." But something in her eyes, something she didn't bother to mask this time, told me it wasn't a joke. We had been engaged for 9 months. Together for 3 years. I thought we were building something real. Saving for a wedding, planning a life, talking about houses and kids in that vague, comfortable way couples do when they think forever is a given. The car wasn't cheap. A luxury SUV she had been talking about for months. She said it was for us. That she needed something safer, something reliable if we were going to start a family. I co-signed because her credit wasn't great, and I wanted to help. 'Cause that's what you do when you love someone. You support them. But as I drove us home that evening, her in the passenger seat, scrolling on her phone without a care, I couldn't shake that smirk. That sentence. "Now I don't need you anymore." The first crack in my certainty came 3 nights later. I was in the kitchen, rinsing out a mug, when her phone lit up on the counter. Message preview. Just one line. "Can't wait to take another ride in our car." The name. Chris. I don't know why I opened it. Maybe because the word "our" felt wrong. Or maybe because I had been pushing away 1,000 little gut feelings for months. The late nights at the gym. The sudden obsession with always having her phone face down. The way she started dressing up for her girls' nights like she was going to a casting call. The thread was short but enough. Flirtatious texts, an inside joke about the leather seats, a selfie of her pouting in the driver's seat with a caption, "Wish you were here instead." My stomach dropped. I didn't confront her right away. That's the thing about betrayal. When you first discover it, you don't always explode. Sometimes you go quiet. You watch. You gather. Over the next week I became an actor in my own life. Smiling when I had to, kissing her goodnight while my mind replayed every detail of our relationship with brutal clarity. I checked her location one evening when she said she was at yoga. She wasn't. She was at a rooftop bar downtown, the same one we went to on our 3rd date. The same one where, I later saw on her Instagram, Chris had liked every photo she posted. Called her. "Hey," I said, forcing my voice steady. "How's class?" "Good. Sweaty. Just heading out now." There was laughter behind her. A man's. I didn't sleep that night. Instead, I lay awake, staring at the ceiling, my mind building a puzzle I didn't want to finish. Was it ever about us? Or was I just a convenient step up? A co-signer, a stable paycheck, a steady hand while she played the long game. I remembered something her friend once said, half drunk at a party. Rachel always lands on her feet. Maybe because she knew exactly whose shoulders to stand on. 2 days later I got my confirmation. A mutual friend, one who didn't know about my suspicions, sent me a picture, thinking it was nothing. A group shot from that same bar. And there she was. Rachel, pressed up against Chris. His arms snug around her waist. Her head tilted toward him in a way she hadn't tilted it toward me in months. The caption. "Perfect night with the best people." Except I wasn't there. When betrayal finally hardens into truth, it does something strange to you. You expect fury, rage, violence even. But what I felt was calm. A cold, surgical kind of calm. I spent the next week in preparation, not confrontation. Called my bank. Froze the joint account. Spoke to my lawyer friend about the car. Turns out, co-signing meant I had leverage. If she wanted to keep it, She'd have to refinance under her name alone or sell it. I started packing, not all at once, just the essentials. And I waited. The confrontation came on a rainy Thursday evening. She walked in late, smelling faintly of cologne that wasn't mine, tossing her bag on the couch. "Hey," she said, breezing past me toward the bathroom. "Long day." "Who's Chris?" asked. She froze, just for a second. Then she turned, eyes wide with practiced innocence. "What? Chris? The guy who's been enjoying our car." Her face shifted, shock then irritation. "You went through my phone. That's what you're worried about?" I asked, my voice cracking on the edge of something deeper. "Not the fact that you've been lying to me for months." She sighed, actually sighed, and leaned against the doorway. "Daniel, you're overreacting. Chris is just a friend." I slid my phone across the table toward her. The picture glowed on the screen, her wrapped up in him like he was home, her face drained of color. "I helped you get that car," I said quietly. "I stood by you, planned a future with you. And you were using me as a down payment on a better life, weren't you?" Her lips parted, but no words came out. Finally she whispered, "I didn't mean for it to happen like this." "Like what?" asked, with a smirk at a dealership, thanking me because I made you independent enough to leave? Her silence was all the answer I needed. The breakup wasn't loud. It wasn't dramatic. I didn't throw things or beg her to stay. I handed her a folder, loan details, bank statements, a letter from my lawyer. "You can keep the car if you refinance it. You have 30 days. She blinked, stunned. "You're just leaving." "No," I said, my voice steady now. "I'm removing myself from being used." I moved out that weekend. Friends asked what happened. I told them the truth, without venom, without embellishment. Betrayal doesn't always need theatrics to be devastating. Weeks passed. She texted a few times, at first indignant, then apologetic, then silent. Word eventually reached me that Chris didn't stick around long once I was out of the picture. Turns out, the car wasn't enough to keep him interested. The last I heard, she was trying to sell it. Payments too high, her job hours cut. Sometimes I wonder if I missed the red flags because I wanted so badly to believe in her. Love does that. It paints over cracks, hides the leaks, makes you a willing accomplice in your own undoing. But standing here now, months later, keys to my own small apartment in hand, a different car parked outside, one I bought for myself by myself, I feel something I didn't think I would: peace. Because the truth is, her betrayal didn't just free her from needing me. It freed me from needing someone who could smirk while dismantling my trust.